Good day, Doctor. We are Group Simple, and today we are going to present our project, which is the Streetwear Auction Application, SWA. So first, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Yeoh Xiang.
My name is Chong.
My name is Ong Shi Bing.
And my name is Wen Jie.
Okay, so Streetwear Auction Application is a platform for users to carry out some auctions here, and it also includes some functionalities. And I will start with the register user functionality. So I will press the register now. Okay, so it's the registration screen, and I will create a new user now. So I will type in the username, password, my phone number, and also my email. So to click on the send button so that the verification number can be sent to my phone through SMS. But this is just a mock data. And I'll key in the verification number that is sent to my phone and click next. So in this screen, I will have to upload some photos, which is my IC and some selfies. So I will access the local storage on my phone, and I will just use a mock data and check this box and register. So as you can see, the verification is now pending, and we will pass this to a third-party service to verify the verification for us. So for now, we will just log in using our existing user. So we'll type in the credential, and we'll go into the application. So now I'm going to show some functions, which is about the profile. So firstly, we can change the profile picture here. Okay, we can see that the profile picture already changed into this pair of shoes. And also we can change our profile information. So for example, I will change my phone number. And also we can change some other information such as my bio and add some delivery address. So I will add something here. And I will need to add a postcode and select my state. The other information are selected. You can choose to update them later. So we can see that the update is success. And if we go back to the page, the information is already saved into the database. So that's all for my part.
Okay, so now I'm opening another user, which is Shi Bing. So I'm as a seller. So I want to start an auction. So what I can do is press on the navigation bar. You can see the shopping bag icon. This is my product page. So at here there's a floating action button. So when I press this, I can start an auction. So at here, I can choose the category of the auction, such as the stickers, cap, and so forth. So I'll choose the stickers, and I'll type in the product name. So also the product SKU. And also the short product name in short. And also select the condition and also the size. And I can set the buy it now price. So I'll set it as 2,000 ringgit and the starting price as 1,000 ringgit. So the minimum increment, I'll set it as 100. And delivery fee, I'll set it as 5. And I also set the end time to 30th of July. And then I can pick the image here. So I'll find the image that I like to put on for the buyers to see. So this is the image. And after everything is filled up, I press on the submit button. So from the my product list page, you can see there's one more product added right here. So also it will also show at the ongoing bid, and here are the multiple status on the product. So currently there are no one buying, so it means that the auction is ongoing.
Okay, so now I act as a buyer. So firstly, I go to the home page here. I click here. Okay, so now you can see the list of the auction that's available now. So I can click these three. So I choose one first. Okay, so this is the auction details. Since this is my auction, so there's no selection for me to bid or to buy in now the product. So if I press this one, so this one is made by the seller just now. So I can place the bid or buy the product now. Okay, so I also can search the product based on the name. So if I type Yeezy, okay, so the auction products that has a name Yeezy on it will be displayed. So now I try to bid here. I press this one, and then I place a bid, and I can enter the amount of bid, something like maybe 1,500, and press confirm. So here, after I bid, the name and also the amount of bid will be displayed here. So at the same time, if I want to buy the product now with the bin price, which is 2,000, I can click here. So, and I press confirm. Now it will redirect me to the payment page. So I can type the name and also type the phone number and the address. Select the state and also the postcode. Okay, and then press the tick button and proceed to the payment. So you need to also enter your card number here. And the card expiry date and the CCV number. And then press validate. So I have paid the product successfully. So now I go to this bucket button, and you can see the product that I have purchased or I have won from the auction. So you can see the status to ship here. And also I can view the lost auction, but currently I don't have any auction that has been lost. And also I can choose the type of the purchases that I have to ship or to receive. Now we back to the seller.
Okay, so now I'm as a seller. I press on the my product page. So you can see that the product that I've listed just now has already bought by someone. So at here, I can click on the ship button to ship the product. So after I click on the ship button and I go to the ship navigation here, so I can see that the product that I pressed ship just now is already shipped. It means that the product I already shipped to the buyers. So now I have to wait for the buyer to receive the item.
Okay, so now the seller has shipped the product. So if I have received the product, I can press the receive button here. Okay, so now I have received the product and I can rate the seller by pressing the red button. So I can rate the seller by moving the rating bar. So I give it 5 stars here and I press confirm. So after that, the product is completed. Okay, so now I will proceed to the watch list function. So now I go back to the home. So if I want to add the auction into the watch list, I press this star button here. So I press this and then the product is added into the watch list. So now I press the second tab here to see the watch list products. So you can see these two are the products in the watch list. So this is the one that I added just now. So I press in. Okay. So I can see the auction details again. So now I try to place bid again. So maybe this time I can press maybe 1,600 and press confirm. Okay, so after that, I go back to the watch list and you can see the color here turns to green so that I'm currently winning the auction.
Okay, so now I will be talking about the notification of this application. So basically there are two types of notifications. So the first one is a user triggered notification. So for example, there are ship out notification, outbidden notification, and have paid notification. This type of notification will be sent out to the either buyer or seller if some action has been done by the users. So the second type's notification is scheduler triggered notification. So for example, reminder to ship and reminder to pay. So for example, reminder to ship, if you haven't shipped out your product within a certain amount of time, the scheduler will send a notification to the seller to remind them to ship out the product. So from this screen, we can see that there are 3 unread notifications on the top right corner. So we'll press into the notification page and we can see that the words that are bold are the notifications that haven't been seen yet. So if we press into the notification, we will be redirected into the corresponding page. So after we have seen it, the bold will disappear and the text style will become normal again. As we can see, currently there is only one notification that hasn't been written yet. So in the main page, the notifications icon, there are only one unread notification.
Okay, now I will explain the front end structure of our Flutter application. So by default, we have all wrapper as a default page. So this page will return a login screen if the user is not yet logged in, and it will return a navbar wrapper if the user is already logged in. So for the routing approach, we are using name routes, which all the routes are declared here. And then this create route function is exported and used in this onGenerated route. So for the dependency injection approach, we are using getE package, which is a singleton, which is service locator pattern. So here we declare all the services as a singleton and also all the view models as a singleton. So we manage all the service and view models inside this single file. So for our application, we are using MVVM architecture. So here we can see we have models, 5 models here, and each of the files has one model class. And also for the view and the view model, here we have a base class for the view, and here we have base class for the view model. And each of our screen has a view and a view model files. For example, for the home page, we have home view. So here we use the consumer view, which is inside the view data. And for the view model, we declare our custom view model, which extend the view model from the base class. And here we have service, and here we already declare the REST service, which has get request, post request, put request, and delete request. So each of the requests will have functions to append the authorization JWT barrier token. So each request will have the token at the headers. So for example, auction service here. So when we call this bid auction, we no need to pass the user ID in this pull request because the user ID already inside the JWT token, which is in the header. And then last one, we have reject. So here reject, we declare all the share reject across this application. So that's all for our front end structure. Okay, now I will explain about the back-end structure of our Streetwear Auction application. So for the back-end, we use Express.js, and database, we use MongoDB. So for the database library, we use Mongoose to connect to the MongoDB. So here we can see, first we make our connection to the MongoDB, and then we start our application, Express.js. So here we can see all the routes to each of the endpoint here. So for the back end, we use MVC architecture, but without the view. So for the models, we have 5 different models here. For example, auction. So here we need to define the schema of the auction model, and then create the models using mongoose, and then export the model. So this exported model will have lots of methods. For example, find methods, which we can see from here. For example, we import the auction from the top, and then we can use the predefined method like find or find by ID and many more. So this controller class will handle different routes, which is inside here, auction. So this auction have different routes. For example, for the get request, put request, and post request, as well as delete request. So all these requests are handled by the auction controller in here. And also in this application, we have a special middleware for the authorization. So since we are using JWT for the authorization, so we need this special middleware. So this middleware will validate the JWT token, whether it is valid or not valid. And other than this, we also have a scheduler here. So this is cron job, because in our application we need to run a specific function every several minutes. So we have this special function called node cron. So this cron job will run every 5 minutes. For example, when the bits end, we need to run a special function here, and also others function as well. Okay, that's all for our presentation. Thank you.